Widdz here, and in today's video I have what I think is the best build when it comes to the new exotic Tinker mask. It works amazing when it comes to group. It also does work solo though, but I would recommend it for group play. So we'll go through the build and also show you how to get the Tinker exotic mask in case you don't know, and also show some gameplay. But before we get started, I just want to quickly let you guys know that my partner MyProtein have today only, Monday, 52% off on their site. Also on Tuesday there is a new season, and somehow I'm gonna be doing another subathon while also doing school, so it should be a lot of grinding at least the first week. And there is Twitch drops as well, so if you're interested in that, just tune in to twitch.tv/widdz. So if we start off with the Tinker mask, basically what it does is if you use the same weapon type, it doesn't have to be the same weapon, but for example 2 LMGs, then the secondary weapon will add its talent to the primary weapon. So the primary weapon will have 2 talents. This does not work with exotic or any named items. In case you don't know how to get it, you have a guaranteed way to get it through the manhunt that it's currently up. If you do it on master difficulty, it have a 100% chance to drop. Other difficulties, it's just a chance, but the first time you do it on master, it's 100% guaranteed. I am using 2 LMGs, the MG5 in particular. Got the best burst when it comes to LMGs, got a pretty low reload time as well. In case you don't like that, I would recommend the M249 or Mark 46 that you can actually craft. Have a bigger mag size but a little bit less burst. But what I kind of dislike with it is the reload time, but I do think most people do prefer this gun, but I think you could use both. So if we take a look at the actual gun and then talents, to have damage to armor, I would recommend to get the critical hit chance on LMGs. But both kind of works. You can see this one is not min-max, no expertise at all. First weapon talent, we have a pressure point, so you amplify weapon damage by 15% to enemies under status effect, which we will get to later. In terms of modding, just get crit chance, the big belt mag as well. And the second gun we have Sadist. 30% amp damage to bleeding targets, and after 4 kills it will apply a bleed as well. Why am I using Sadist and pressure point? That is because we are going to be using ongoing Directive. I do love this set to play it or have it in the group. Really good for group play because of the 4-piece, but quickly use 2-piece, 15% status effect, 3-piece reload speed, which is amazing to have, especially on LMGs that have a longer reload. And I think a lot of people forget about that reload speed actually matters quite a lot for DPS, so pretty good 3-piece. But it's all about the 4-piece. So when you shoot a status affected enemy, you will apply a mark, and if you kill a marked enemy, you will get a full clip of hollow point ammo for your active weapon, and half the clip of the agent's active weapon to the rest of the party. So with that, you will get a buff of 20% amp damage, which is pretty crazy, and on top of that also apply a bleed on hit. So that is the synergy with the Sadist talent that we just went through. Because ongoing you will put everything on bleed really simple, and then here more damage to status effects, right? But it does not stop there. If you use the chest piece, you will increase your damage to 50%. This only works for yourself though, but that's a 30% amp damage increasement from a chest piece, so definitely would say it's mandatory unless you go a full support build. In terms of stats priority, I like to run this for damage, so I run 6 red, the weapon damage, and then of course we are gonna focus on critical hit chance and critical hit damage. Get 60% crit chance and then put the rest into critical hit damage. Want to have around a 1:2 ratio, meaning if you have 60% crit chance, you want to have around 120 critical hit damage. Also could be worth to note if you're playing a lot in party and groups, a lot of times people have chaotic, so that will usually give you at least 10 critical hit chance pretty easy, so you can be a bit lower than 60 if you're playing in a party. We will go through all the items later, but I want to show the last piece for this. I'm using a Seska backpack, and that gives us 8% critical hit chance. And then use full crit there as well. In terms of talent, Wicked gives you 18% weapon damage for 20 seconds when you apply status effect, which we are going to be doing all the time. So basically 100% uptime on Wicked. You could, if you want to, run Vigilance. It should be a little bit more damage, but if you get hit, then it will get disabled. Maybe if you're playing like 4 or 8 man content, you could run Vigi. But Wicked is just super easy to keep up. So the build itself looks like this. I guess I forgot to mention, but since we have two high ends, I would recommend to run Busy Little B. Gives you up to 200% weapon damage increasement. Yes, you might not get that much out of it, but if you can just shoot 1, 2, or even 3 enemies, you can get up to like 60% pretty quick. So I mean, even if you just shoot 1 or 2, like 20 or 40% extra damage for 10 seconds can be pretty good. Since we have that exotic slot for once. In terms of skills, I like to run the Gunner Banshee Pulse because it does apply Disorient, and that's a really easy way to get the enemies on status, and then you kill that enemy and you will get ongoing directive going. Second talent, I mean, I have Revive Hive, you don't need that, but I mean, Revive Hive always nice, but you could use something, especially if you're playing like widdz, you could use a Decoy. But probably what would be the smartest is to run Smart Cover, since you are playing LMG. We can't use a shield. So you can use the Precision one for more damage. Or you can use the Fortified one, which works extremely well with the low skill tier. And that will give you bonus armor 55%. So the second skill is kind of up to you, but I think those are pretty good skills to use. And I mean, Specialization Gunner is extremely good for PvE. So I would definitely recommend that. Especially since you do get the bigger mag as well when it comes to LMG. And of course, make sure you actually have LMG damage, which I just noticed I forgot in the gameplay. So the gameplay you're gonna watch is like 0 expertise, not completely min-max build, probably missing like 5 weapon damage. So yeah, keep that in mind. But a lot of times when I have fully min-maxed and like 20-30 expertise, a lot of people don't like that. So yeah, I mean, this video, we're not min-maxed for once. But another specialization that could be worth if you're playing a 4 or 8-man group is definitely Survivalist. Because you have this one right here, Survivalist Tactical Link, and this gives 10% bonus damage to targets with status effects, and stuff are gonna be on status effect all the time because of your ongoing directive, so that's pretty good. And on top of that, I mean, if you want to use the crossbow, you will get special ammo really easy with this one, because if they are on status, you will get signature ammo, right? So pretty good that one too. A bit more supportage as well. You have the 10 protection from elite and the armor kit that heals. But that is basically the build. If we take a look through all the pieces, you can see we missed 1.4 LMG damage there. We have crit chance, critical hit damage, and critical hit chance. Weapon damage and critical hit damage. As I said many times before, it does not matter where I have the critical hit damage or critical hit chance. What matters is the total of it, right? So don't feel the need to copy paste exactly how I have it. And here we're missing 2 weapon damage. Not sure exactly where we're at in terms of stats. Since we have the modifiers, we're gonna have a higher critical hit chance than usual. But you can see it's around 100. But you can see it's around 1-to-2 ratio. Obviously, with the modifiers we have this season, that will be changed in 2 days. Crit chance is pretty good because you can go above 60, right? That's basically the build. Really good damage, and on top of it, buffing your teammates as well. I love having ongoing directed builds with me when I play. This one is doing extremely good damage as well. I will leave you with some gameplay because I noticed the last videos it have been requested. Even though this time around I forgot to record when we played Legendary, so it's just some Lincoln Memorial Solo Heroic. But I will at least showcase some of the damage. But with that said, I will see you guys live on Twitch on Tuesday with the Sabaton and new update. So might be live quite a lot at twitch.tv/widdz or kick.com/widdz. And should also have some new videos covering the new update and stuff at this YouTube, and also my second YouTube at youtube.com/widdz.tv. So with that said, I will see you guys in the next one.
Serious trauma detected.
HP, and you can only hip fire. I should have saved that one. I mean, I like this build so far. It's just the survivability is ass. Damage really good. LMG with the... with the suppressing, I don't like that. Other than that, it's feeling really good. It's just personally, I don't like not running Memento is kind of way too good. I think especially Memento, it just gives you everything. Like, I feel like running anything else, it's just like, why would I do that? I'm just gimping myself. I just wanna... we need more balancing. I should have just gone damage one. My aim, bro.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus is taking